We got to Madrid, and now we're hopping back on a train to get to our hotel. If you're new here, go back to my page, see part 1, which is our day trip from Barcelona to Valencia. My parents are visiting me. I live in Barcelona, and we took a train from Barcelona to Valencia, spent a couple hours there, and then went to Madrid so that we could stay for the weekend. We got there kind of late, so we ate some tapas and then just went to bed. And then we were ready for day 1, where we started at the Royal Palace. It was gorgeous, as you can imagine. Like, I want my realtor to just hand me the keys. And then we saw some street performers. The whole weekend we saw them out in front of the Royal Palace, so I'm sure if you go on a random weekday, they'll still be there. I curated the itinerary based off of like walking trail, what was close to what in regards to our hotel. We were staying at the Petit Palace. I will link that in the description. So our next stop was going to the Temple of Debod. Also, please forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. The views were stunning from up top. We didn't really know how to get there until we found the way. To be completely honest, it was a little bit underwhelming. I saw on TikTok that it had like beautiful water all around it, and we just didn't see that. But this is it, and then we left. But we had a flamenco show planned. We were gonna get food nearby because we were way early for it. But on the way there, we saw an international food fest, and by the looks of it, I'm sure you guys can tell it was so worth it. There was Spanish food, Argentinian food, Venezuelan food, Dominican food. It was representing the Caribbean, the Latin American community, the Spanish community, you name it, it was there. They also had so many handcrafted boutiques and jewelry stops, and of course, as you might think, buckets and buckets of sangria. Then we headed to the Flamenco Show and saw some really cool street art along the way and went to this really cute theater. And I'll just show you a quick little sneak peek. Then we went back to the hotel to freshen up and went to a Venezuelan restaurant to eat dinner before we went out to party the night away. Yep, you heard that right. I partied with my parents in Madrid. You can see me and my mom dancing at a DJ set, and me and my dad went to a 7-story club called Teatro Kapital. It was very, very fun, and we ended the night very, very late and not too sober. But we had a kebab, which made it worth it. Now it's time for day 2. We had a slow morning at Retiro Park. We had a train later that night to get back to Barcelona, so we were trying to cover as much ground as we could. And I took my parents to the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, the Real Madrid Stadium, and we did the full tour. I remember when I went back in college, they allowed us to walk on the field and also see the players' locker rooms. They don't let you do that anymore, or at least when we went, they didn't let us do that. But it does fill your day with a couple of hours. It's really cool to see, even if you're not a football fan. My parents and I aren't really big sports fans, and we still had a lot of fun, and it was really incredible, especially because they were playing Barcelona that specific weekend. After this, we ended up just getting dinner and then hopping on our train to go back to Barcelona. I'll mention everything I did in the description below, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe at The World's Publicist, and I'll see you next time.